So this video is intended to show you how to set up your iFoundAgent website, admin, your campaign builder, your contact manager, so that you can use the system with your contacts. First thing to do is when you log in is navigate to where it says iFound Settings, Agent Info. Click that and you may notice all of this is filled out for you or not any of it, or perhaps just your name. So go ahead and fill this out. Mine's already filled out all the way down to this market price range. So go on down, fill this out, and then at the bottom, click Save Changes, and that's it. The next thing to do is go down to where it says Contact Manager and mouse over that, and you'll notice Contact Manager Settings. Click Contact Manager Settings, and again, you'll come to a screen that looks like this. And typically your name and email should be in here already. What you want to do for MSS number is put in your cell phone number and then check this box. This is going to have the system send you a text that you're opting into for getting text messages from your website, from us, for your customers visiting your website, things like that. So go ahead and fill that out. And then once you've done that, scroll down to the default email templates. And you probably, if you're first setting up your site, this homeowner campaign is going to say select one, change it to say homeowner campaign. And you just want to confirm that the header is default header, footer is default header or footer, signatures, blah, 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 all the way down. The next section down should be already set with campaign post category, real estate, and post author. You should see your name. And then the activity report. This sends you a daily activity email of all website activity and real estate activity, or red email activity. And you can specify how many records you want to see on a daily basis. So I typically have mine send around 7 o'clock, and I always type in 30, or you could type in 50, 20. I'd say do a little bit more than 10, just because if you have a pretty active database, you'll get a lot of notices on a daily basis, and you don't want to miss them. So 30 to 50 is a good number. This enable instant activity notices should be checked. Do not check this instant update admin notifications, because this will send you every single instant update that goes out to your customer base. If you have an assistant or want to send this to a second email address, just check in CC email address, and you want them to get the activity report, click it. And again, I don't recommend this one getting clicked unless you want to know every single listing that goes out. Some agents do this, and then they use those instant update notices to call their customers and say, hey, I sent you X listing, just wanted to know if you had any questions about it or whatever. So, and then the last thing, enable website visit follow-up emails. You do want to check that. And then once that's done, click Save Changes. And that's the end of the Contact Manager settings setup. The next thing you want to do is set up your email signature. You'll find your email signature underneath the Contact Manager email templates. And when you get to here, you'll want to look for default signature. So default signature. And once you get here, you'll see something that says respectfully and then agent name in quotes or in a curly brackets and your phone number curly brackets. Go ahead and highlight all that and delete it. And then you can type in your regular signature. We don't really recommend that you use photos for email. It helps with spam filters, things like that. But if you want, you can insert a photo from the media. You should see your photo in the media folder once if you click this. The other thing you want to be careful of is the editor here does double spacing. It's just a little annoying thing that WordPress does. So when you want to do a single space, make sure you hold down the shift key and hit enter or return. That'll give you a single space. If you're going to put realtor in, and you care about the registered symbol, it's found with this little special character. If you click that, you'll see the registered R and you can plug that in. Once you've got this set to where you want, you can just go over and click update template over here, and that sets up your default signature. If I go back to email templates, you'll see there's a variety of things in here that are already preloaded. I'm not going to talk about those in this video per se, but you'll notice I have a Dale signature only. So I can actually do a signature. I can do multiple signatures and use them for different things, different emails that I send out, etc. I also want to have you look at the default header. So go ahead and open your default header, and yours probably says from, and then in brackets your name, or it says agent name. What I want you to know is this is a place where you can send out dynamic messages, which means you can change these messages on the fly. I use these throughout the year for holidays, like I'll say happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, happy Halloween. I've said happy Super Bowl. I've done a variety of messages out here. So this, and I'll show you what this looks like. So this is the default header. If you want to just leave it from you, feel free to do that. You can also leave it blank. And I'm going to show you an example of an email and what this looks like when it's in play. So if I bring this up, here's an email that I sent myself. This is a homeowner campaign. And you'll notice right here, here's the subject line. This is my default header. So on every email that goes out, every campaign that goes out, this default header is here. So you want to make it somewhat timeless, but something that's, if you want to use it to update your clients about the real estate world, or what's going on with different things in the area that you live, feel free to do that. But notice, please let me know if you have any questions about any properties that you see on Tempe, Arizona houses. And that is my what I put in my default header. So that's the default header. This is the content of the campaigns that we'll be discussing in a different video. But this is the campaigns that are going out. That's the content area. And this is my default signature. That should look familiar to you from the last template we edited. And then this part down here is what we call the default signature, or the default footer. This is the default footer. You want to basically leave this alone as much as you can, because you need to give folks you're sending emails to or campaigns to, you have to give them a way to unsubscribe to keep yourself out of getting in trouble or getting a fine or having somebody file something. At least you have an unsubscribe button. So that's the default header, and that's the makeup of an email or a template that gets sent from our iFoundAgent website. The next thing I want you to look at is the campaign criteria, which is found up in the iFound settings. We mouse over to click it and scroll down to where it says campaign filters. Once you get into campaign filters, you're going to find a screen that looks like this, or it may look something like this, depending on your screen resolution. If your screen resolution is like this, what I recommend you do is, if you're on a Mac, you go Command minus a couple times. And if you're on a PC, I believe it's Control minus a couple times. And you'll be able to set this up or see this, because it's much easier to click and drag. From here, what you're looking at is these gold or rust colors. These are all the MLS filters that you can use with your particular MLS. These are the main filters you're going to see in the campaign builder when you're building campaigns. And then you have the optional more filters that you'll be able to click a button and open up additional filters to use if you, these are probably ones that you don't use as much. And then what I do, because I use my website mostly for homeowner campaigns, I don't want to go looking for different filters. So I put these in order up front to be really efficient. So I put listing status, days back closed, radius pin drop. So I arrange where I find them, and you just click and drag and drop them. You just click and drag, drop them, boom. This will be somewhere else. This is typically down in the more filter section, or it can be. Radius pin drop often is at the end of the main filter section when you just get your website. The other thing you want to bring over is this text search. So the text search often is down on the left side in alphabetical order. You just click and drag and drop it over. Once you've set this up, well, once you get the text search in there, you'll also see city, MLS ID, subdivision, school district. All of those you could click and drag and drop back over into the filter options, because this text search does zip code, city, subdivision, school district, MLS ID, and I think one more thing. But you don't need all those filters in here when you're using the text search. Once you've got this configured the way you want it, then you can click Save Filters and you're done with this section. Go back up to the iFound settings. The next thing we're going to cover is search filters. Very similar process. Once you click here, what we're setting up now is the advanced search that's on your website that the public uses. So you want to set this up not the same way that you did the campaign filters. I have my text search first, price, BAS, beds, year built, has an open house, green feature, pool, homeowners association. Yours will be different. If you want to set yours up different, if you're a 55 and up community, you may want to, agent, you may want to bring over a search for that. So there's all kinds of different ways to set this up. Again, this is the public facing side, so you want to keep that in mind, what you're letting them do. And then click Save Filters, that'll save that. Then you want to look at quick search. So for quick search, depending on where your quick search is located on your website, sometimes it's on your secondary pages, sometimes it's on your home page. Not every theme that we develop has a quick search on the home page, so it just depends whether you have a home page. I have mine set up for just the text search, beds, and price. That's all mine looks at. So let me just quickly show you what that looks like on mine. So right here I have text, beds, price. That's it. So pretty simple. If you move this around, again, if you put text search up here, take city out, okay? You don't need it. Take zip out, because that's all covered in the text search. Then click Save Filters. That is the end of this video for admin setup.